Hello, guys. Oh, I gotta show you a fire mail day. Look what I got. Oh no! Oh no! Everything is gone. No, no, it's all broken now. What do I do? Okay. It's your boy Brendan Chung, man. I'm back at it again, man. I'm back at it yet again. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. You should not put all your eggs in one basket. Like 98% of the time. You saw what just happened there. If you had everything in one basket, what if that basket does bad in the market? What if, you know what I mean? Everything in your life, your whole investment portfolio is in here. Boom. Gone. Bye. Okay. I know this sounds weird, right? But that's exactly why, you know, and you should mix up your sports card portfolio, not just in soccer cards, but other sports if you know it, or even Pokemon if you know that, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or whatever they call it, Yu-Gi-Oh, or if you know the stock market, do that, or you know what I mean? And hold cash too. So you got to have a lot of, diversified portfolio and mix up, asset classes. So there you go. You have your answer now. Thanks for watching. Not really. But no, real talk. I mean, I love soccer cards. I am a soccer card YouTuber. So if you love soccer cards and you think you like me, then hit a subscribe button or, hit a like button for the YouTube algorithm, my guys. And first of all, guys, thank you for watching, right? But here, look, the first thing I want to go over is the rising and the falling of the different markets, right? It's board time, guys. Come on. You should be excited. It's board time. Okay. Actually, I am a right-handed person, so I obviously have to go on this side. All right. So, first of all, should you put your eggs in one basket? Right? That's the whole video. What does this mean? It basically means if you love soccer cards, which is maybe a reason why you're on this channel, that means should I only invest in soccer cards? Only. And nothing else. Okay? And the answer to your question, yeah, that's right. I aggressively got that out. Is 98% of the time? No. Nope. Well, here's the thing. So let's talk. First, let's talk markets. Right? So there's different sports going on at the same time, right? Guess what's hot right now? It's football market. So this football market, and people are getting ready for the season. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so there it is. So that market's going hot. My Prescott cards and my Ezekiel Elliott cards are going up. And I plan on selling a couple of those, right? And I plan on keeping a couple of those as well. As a matter of fact, what do you call it? A Jim Mint 10 Dak Prescott optic card. Rated rookie too. It's a first year optic. And then a 9.5 Ezekiel Elliott optic. Rated rookie hollow version. I think I got these equally at $50 or $60. And then I'll put a picture up here somewhere. And I'll also tell you my eBay name is Brandon Chung Cards. So if you want to see exactly what I'm selling, you can do that. And so, but nonetheless, so those cards went up in price massively because the football season's on. You know what I mean? And right now, soccer cards are way down, Prism cards and everything like that. So if you only had Prism soccer cards or only soccer cards in general, a lot of them went down in price. A large majority. A lot of select cards, a lot of things like this, because the American craze is now being realized. Now people are realizing, oh, we can't buy just every single card ever. So the football market is good too, or maybe if you know the basketball card market, right? Let me show you another example. Trae Young, someone who hasn't played since March, right? I plan on selling him. And by the way, anything I buy and sell, I'm not recommending that at all for anybody. This is what I want to do. You guys choose what you want to do. So a select Concourse rookie 9.5, I plan on selling him. I'll put him up in the future. But you know what I mean? And here's another one I want to sell too. I just want to sell only 2 of these for right now because I need the money. Is golf. The 2 Tiger Woods, you know what I mean? The upper deck. Can you guys see that? The upper deck, the PSA 10, the famous one, the number 1. 2 of those. Because I have a few more of those, or I think not 9 more of those that I just want to keep and hold because that's a blue chip play. So golf. So sometimes golf players will go over tennis players. So why is a different market important, Brandon? Okay, well I'm about to show you guys. So the football market right now is going like boom. It's going up. And the soccer market, you guys have to trust me, that is a soccer ball. It went like this. Boom. It kind of went like that, sort of. So here's the thing. In basketball, I don't know what it's doing. I think it went like that. I think the basketball market went more like that. So here's the thing: if you're only into soccer cards, your entire portfolio would be like on a downwards trajectory, which is not good. But if you had all 3 of these, I mean, only if you understand the sport. So competence is a very important word. Guess who uses that? Warren Buffett, right? So competence is so important, crucial for any investor. And technically, when you're investing in sports cards, you're an investor, just like stock market or anything. So you have to understand your assets, aka sports cards. Or it doesn't have to be sports cards, it could be Pokemon cards or whatever. But mainly we're talking about soccer cards. So what if I had, this is soccer only. But what if I had all 3 of these sports? All 3 of these would probably be like, honestly, doing that a little bit. If I had these 2, soccer and basketball, it'd be like doing that sort of. So you know what I mean? You can balance out your risk. Basically, in other words, you can mitigate your risk. I would look these words up if you don't know what that means. Mitigate, which equals you're going to reduce your downside. But the con of doing that is you're also going to limit your upside as well. But I am willing to take that. Because not at one point do I want my $2,000 investment into soccer cards or any card quickly turn, like in 2 weeks, quickly turn into $1,000. I don't want that to happen at all. And so far that has not really happened with my portfolios because I've diversified so well into blue chip players and different sports that I properly understand. You know what I mean? Or at least players within the sport I understand. Like, I understand Dak Prescott's game. I don't really care about much other quarterbacks. I don't know them. So, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, yes, also a $2,000 could turn into like $5,000. But right now, this is what it would be. And guess what? That's bad. For people who are seriously trying to like do soccer cards full time or da 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 da, you know what I mean? It's it's not good. So that's the one thing is the market. One market doing good can outweigh another market doing bad. That's what I'm saying. Earlier in the month, because say July was like right here. Let's call this July. Football was like doing nothing for a while, and then in the months of July, soccer was doing good. So if you invest in both the footballs, you know what I mean, then you would have one market going up while the other was down, and maybe vice versa, because this type of investing is very event heavy. It's event heavy. What does that mean? I'm talking Super Bowls. I'm talking playoffs. I'm talking national tournaments. I'm talking qualifiers. I'm talking, you know what I mean. I'm talking regular season, etc. And like Super Bowls and blah blah blah. And I'm talking NBA. All of this. So what does that equal? That increases the volatility. What is volatility? In other words, I'm telling you, it means change. Okay. See, look, I told you I was doing investments in the stock market. So this is really what kind of stuff I did right here. Um, that's like one of the main reasons. So yeah, you should not put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, I can go on, but I'll say two more things right after this. But look, so what is it? If you have different markets, let's say those lines are representing July market, the soccer card market was going up while the football market was stabilized. But in August, football has been roaring, and soccer has been not. Soccer has been going way down. And competence, you got to understand what you're doing. If you only understand one sport, then you might have to, but do it at a very slow pace. You have to have cash as well. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention. You need to have a cash pile, whatever that number is. You need a cash pile. What do you need a cash pile for? Fees and taxes is one thing, especially if you're like a bigger person and trying to do businesses. You need money just for fees and taxes. Warren Buffett pays like he has a $20 billion cash pile just for insurances alone. So yep. And then you also need it for just savings, because you never know what happens, emergencies. Um, and you need money to survive. You just need money to survive. It's as simple as that. So you need the cash pile. You need competence to understand it. And this is not what I'm talking about right here. When you play this young player game, when you play this Kubo game, I'm not saying Kubo's bad, but when you go for those type of players, a lot of times it's either going to be a $5,000 card or a $1,000 card, or whatever the dollar equivalence is, and that's bad. And so you want to mitigate your risk, which is lowering your downside, but in turn that will lower your upside. So if you want to do a high risk, do it, but realize you can lose half your money, because that's happened. I mean, I'm not trying to have fun, and I am having fun by mitigating my risk and diversifying my portfolio properly. And so, also, this is an event business at the end of the day. It's heavy on different types of sports and a bunch of events going on. And even through this pandemic, the events have been very lively. Therefore, a high volatility, high change. So, let's take that all the way down here. You follow me? You follow that green line? Okay. Volatility. Okay? Okay, that's volatility. It's constantly changing. So you're guessing. So if it goes up here, you don't know whether to sell or not. If it goes down here, you don't know really when to sell it. You could sell any time. And you're kind of taking a guess, right? And you never know what's going to happen. At least with a diversified portfolio or blue chip, if you have it can average out, and eventually, you know what I mean? It just goes up and up. Well, it will have its contractions, right? But I don't know. That's why I think most people should not put all their eggs in one basket. Even me, I've been mainly buying soccer cards, but I still have a lot of golf cards, basketball cards. I have soccer cards and stickers and various other sports here and there, and a little bit of UFC. I just touch on it, right? And so I even have some Pokemon cards. stocks. I have quite a bit of stocks, but I have cash too, or I'm trying to get a lot more cash. So you gotta, I mean, you gotta have these different, what do you call it, asset classes and stuff like that. Who who follows this rule that I explained? Who does not put their egg in one basket? You know what I mean? Or in other words, who diversifies? Diversify portfolio. Who diversifies the investing portfolio? Question mark. Zing, zing, zing. Are you ready? Most billionaires. That's the one thing you should get out this video. Okay, Brandon, you're just all talk. Okay, then you have to tell Warren Buffett he's all talk too. Warren Buffett has a diversified portfolio. I mean, I can put it up the screen and show you. He owns, and he has investments into Apple, I can't even name all the companies. Berkshire Hathaway is a conglomerate. You know what I mean? And they own like Geico and Acme Brick and like jewelry company and Nebraska like furniture market and all sorts of like different ones. You know what I'm saying? Specifically another dude is Ray Dalio. You know what I mean? Ray Dalio has a bunch of ETFs, which is basically like 5,000 companies which he invests in. And he's one of the most influential billionaires out there. I mean, Mark Cuban has a diversified portfolio. Even, probably Michael Jordan, right? I don't need, probably. You know what I mean? Everybody, most billionaires, most successful people have diversified portfolios. Even if they say it, Charlie Munger, even if he says it, Berkshire Hathaway is still a conglomerate, you know what I mean? And he has Costco and some other business too. So soccer card people, you know what I mean? And then your asset classes, right? So give me 1 second. So if you're really trying to invest in soccer cards, this is just a simple way to put it, but I'm not trying to go on all night long because I'm gonna get bored soon. I got stuff to do. So so what kind of asset classes should you use for at least soccer cards? This is gonna sound weird, but I would say cash. Have some cash. A decent amount of your portfolio, at least 5 to 15% minimum, right? On cash. Because if you did have a lot of cash during this time, guess what? The World Cup Prism market contracted like 40%. And a lot of soccer brands contracted like 40%. They went down. So I bought a lot of like nice little Chavi Prism cards and various other cards. You know what I'm saying? So there's a golden opportunity if you have a lot of cash. So hold cash. And I can't say this, but I use credit cards. I would say credit cards only if you have double. Well, technically, there's like I think it's a 5x rule. If you have 5x the spending amount. I know that sounds like a lot. I have not been following this rule either, but I need to do it. So credit cards only if you can pay it off with the 5x spending rule. Give me 1 second. I think my Minority Mindset said that, so hopefully I can find the video and just put it up there somewhere. But what does this mean, Brandon? This means if you spend like if you buy a Luca card and you spend 2K, you should have around 10K. You should have 10K in cash. Okay. If you're spending $2,000 on a Luca card or $2,000 on an Mbappe card, sorry, soccer card video, right? $10,000 in cash or like in different bank accounts you should have. You should have savings accounts. Preferably with interest. And at least a checking account. Okay. This is not really asset classes, but this is just, at this point, it's all the stuff you need. Okay, and over here, all right, you're gonna, what color should I use? I'm gonna switch colors real quick, guys. So, in terms of asset classes, you've got your short term, mid term, and long term. Da 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 da. Okay, I don't know how to make colons, but but nonetheless, short term is more of like your young players, your guessing games, your gambles. Your midterm is your. It's not. It's just in between here, literally. It's not like a 17-year-old, but it's also like not a legendary player. It is more like around a 25-year-old type of guy, like a Raheem Sterling type of guy. It's like a excellent few years. Still more to prove. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Does this player have more to prove to be considered a legend or a great player, a great footballer? And in the long term, this is my blue chip. This is what I've been talking about forever. Forever. Blue, even though I spelled it in green, but it's blue chip. Okay, blue chip. So why do I like this one so much? So first of all, what is a blue chip? Blue chip tends to be your legends, right? And then blue chip tend to be someone like a Messi and Ronaldo and like nothing to prove. Or you can even say a Hall of Famer. Okay? Young, gamble, I would add inexperienced. Okay. So that's what a short-term, mid-term, and a long-term play should be for you. So I'm going to, this is kind of the thought process I do when I'm buying cards. How quickly or how long do I want to sell it? That's what the blue is. So it's the selling, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sell slash, slash buy, I guess. So what do I mean by this? I would say you would need at least like 7+ years, you know what I'm saying? So let me do with different colors for this. I would say this one is at least 7+ years. And this is like anybody 21 and under. So everybody that's being recommended to you is 21 and under. These are your short term, your gamble picks, right? And then this one is everybody in between, like normally like a 25-year-old. Sometimes there's late bloomers though, and they're considered short term flips. And this is just a framework. You don't have to take everything like literally. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Okay. So what is the risk factor on these, right? Let me explain this like in a little chart. If you guys are following me here. Okay? So here's the short term. Here's a graph. Short term, it literally can be like this. Okay? That is extremely volatile. So what I'm trying to say with that is risk and reward. I know you guys heard of that before. The risk is high and the reward is high. The risk is high and the reward is high. This is going to be very simple information, but who knows? Some people might not really know this, okay? If you do know about this, you can just skip past this part. And then your midterm is actually pretty tricky. It's, you know what I mean? It's literally medium. Honestly, in terms of the soccer card market, here's what I'm going to say. If we're talking risk and reward, I would say your reward is like I would say your risk is pretty medium. You know what I mean? Pretty just like whatever. I would say your reward is like that. In my opinion, from what I'm seeing, like all the Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané, I'm not saying buy those players. I'm just saying those are players. Okay, guys. Yes, this is honestly how I feel right now, but maybe that's opinion based, partially. And in long term, this is my favorite part. This is how you're gonna feed your families. Is this right here? So slowly but surely, it will go up. You know, not a guarantee, right? So in terms of risk reward here, I can't even spell words correctly. It's both going to be rather low, in my opinion. Again, this reward factor is based off the overall soccer card market. Okay, that's what the reward factor of blue chips is based off of. Because if the overall soccer card market does extremely well, this will definitely go up. But if the soccer card market's sort of established and already realized, then the blue chips will take a slower increase. But number one thing is safety for me. So the pros of each, if we're talking about just the pros, this right here is the safety is ridiculous. Trust me, guys, safety is so important. If I spend $2,000 on various blue chip players, right, and a few midterm players, then I realize that $2,000 is probably as safe established as a $2,000 investment, as long as the soccer card market still produces well, and stickers too. Anytime I say card, I'm also sort of talking about stickers as well, because that's what I mean as well. Thierry Henry stickers. I'll just say I've been buying a little bit of those up, right? Safety, but be patient if you really believe in the soccer card market long term. So also, this goes hand in hand with this. See, you guys see where my thought process is now, right? And this one is your own vision. It sounds weird. What does your vision have to do with this? Okay, I am sorry. I apologize, YouTube algorithm. Please forgive me, YouTube algorithm. I really was trying to make this a 20-minute video and I failed. Next time, I hopefully will do better. Okay, your vision. What does that mean? So if you see a midterm player, like let's say, maybe, do we consider Werner a midterm? Let's just do it for the sake of this video. So let's say, because Chelsea played today. And I didn't watch it, but what if you think Timo Werner played absolutely phenomenal? Or Ziyech, right? I like Ziyech. I have got a couple of his Revolution cards. But you guys do what you want. Please don't just buy up things I say. Okay? Werner, Ziyech. What if nobody really sees the potential? Or what if you see the price not increasing rapidly? And you could say, oh, but these players are excellent. They have a new start at Chelsea. They're playing for these prominent clubs now, like they haven't done before. And that's the other thing. Is a lot of the times when you're a midterm dude, like 25-year-old, 27-year-old, you'll make a phenomenal club switch. Kevin De Bruyne to Manchester City, Aguero to Manchester City, right? And then I can go a lot on about Atletico Madrid players or people transferring into, let's say, Arjen Robben, right? Let's, what I mean? I'm trying to think of players. It's tough now when I have to think about players I don't know anything, right? Okay, Bruno Fernandes is an excellent example. Bruno Fernandes went from, I think Sporting in the Portuguese Liga, which is not really a well-known team. And now he goes to Manchester United, one of the most prominent teams, and he plays phenomenal over there, which he is phenomenal. And I'm not trying to hype up the prices again, but that's the thing. If a club switch and you do phenomenal for a big time club, you get more exposure as well. So that's another thing, is you're finally getting the exposure. And a lot of the big clubs do target these midterm players, these 23 to 27-year-olds, because they know a lot of these players are almost at their prime, and they're getting you at a price. So let's take for example, I'll actually do this on here. Let's say Timo Werner for Chelsea is at this price. What if Chelsea thinks Timo Werner can do this? And then his market value can go up, and Chelsea can be incredible in jersey sales, right? This right here, this is so appetizing because you could literally make like sometimes a 50x return or like a 20x return. You know what I mean? That's what people are really excited about. And that's honestly one of the only pros with these young term players. Another thing, I'm gonna oh my gosh, I might anger some people, but guys. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. This is my one time for today. This is my one time I get to be a little bit of not nice guy for today, okay? YouTube SEO. You heard me right. YouTube SEO. If I recommend Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, if I recommend Pulisic, I'm gonna draw in some more viewers. Oh, Pulisic select rookie card. I think his price can do this. João Felix, his top chrome card. I think his price can do this. And that's good YouTube SEO. And your click-through rate will be higher. And when that happens, you can earn more impressions, more watch time, more subscribers. Hey, I've been studying on these things too. That's one of the only benefits. I'm being real. I can't think of anything else. Obviously, the returns are incredible. And but this is a very early stages. Okay, if you want me to draw up some cons, I would have to choose a different color. Hold up. Okay, some cons I would say is it's too early. It's ridiculously early, man. It's early beyond belief. It's just, you know what I mean? And the con here is a lot of times, in my opinion, it's a tactics. Why tactics? Because, like I said, a lot of teams are going to switch to these Bayern Munich and these Chelseas and the Manchester Uniteds. And the unfortunate reality is not a lot of them will work out. Not a lot of those players will work out. We've seen Balotelli fail at Manchester City. We've seen a lot of these players at Manchester United just be trash, right? And so that's one of it. And here is the timetable. You know, a lot of these blue chips, these legends, these Steven Gerrards, they're retired, and not really anything's really going on for them. So it's going to take a lot of time for it just to slowly build up. And that's why a lot of people don't do it. And in a future episode, or actually next week, I might interview one of my guys, and we can talk specifically about the soccer card business on how much short-term, mid-term, and long-term you should have in your portfolio, or whatever you want. So, hey, here's the list again. I'm gonna low-key nice you guys. I'm gonna upload this like later in time, but hopefully I'll have like maybe some spreadsheets ready for this or something like that, so at least you guys can get a better understanding of exactly the short-term, mid-term, and long-term flips, like in a document or something. I don't know how I want to do this, or I can pull up some graphics, throw that in a video somewhere, because I know you guys might not be able to like remember this the best. So just a quick recap, because this video is long. Let's just make it longer, right? So short term, mid term, long term. How long should you hold? Okay, look, one more thing. I'm holding my long terms. Where's my marker? I'm kind of holding my long term for like a year category. And then midterm is like months, 2 years. If that makes sense. So midterms could be like 6 months or 2 months, or even quick flips. And usually this is weeks or months. Okay? Does that make sense? Or does See, that's why I'm leaving my handwriting sucks. So short-term flips are usually weeks to months for me. And this is months to years, and this is usually years. Or sometimes, if I really need to get rid of blue chips, that's a different story. But, okay? And then I have all this down. The pros of some of the blue chips is safety, and you have to have patience. But the midterms is the club switches can really bring prominence out of them, you know, and it's your vision, because if you spot like a Werner or ZH when nobody sees it, you can make ridiculous money. And here too. So actually, I'll do this. This can apply for short term as well, but it's a lot more difficult to do the same thing for short term. For what do you call it? For gamble picks. Because the good thing about this is 50 and 20x returns, and the YouTube SEO as well. My bad. And the cons is it's way too early to tell if they're good or not. The midterm is there could be tactical errors, and the long term is time. That's what some of the cons. And there's a risk versus reward. I'll leave it all in the description. Let me know if that video was too long. If there's other like types of videos you guys want to see, let me know. Let me know. And please, like I want to know what I can do better, or if you guys have questions for me, or like, hey, do this video, do you know what I mean? Oh, what we're wondering about how Barcelona is gonna do, or something like that. Just let me know, and I can make that happen. And I see you guys out here in the comments. So yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys. If you guys really made it toward the end, a like and a subscribe would be really appreciated. YouTube can understand that this channel, this Brandon Chung channel, is lit and it speaks straight facts. So yeah, that's all I got, man. This is just a nighttime. I'm probably gonna edit the video and whatnot. But hey, it's been your boy Brandon Chung. Okay. Until next time.